Good morning, everyone. It's Rachel here. Now, you'll notice I'm doing my videos in the morning. Well, these last 2 days anyway. Let's see how long that lasts. Sorry, just adjust you a second. Because Lily's at school, so I'm trying to get them done when she's at school. So this is one of my friendship journals. I don't think I showed you this one. I've completed 3. You've seen the other 2. And so I thought I'd show you how I did this one. And I just tied this lace around it that someone sent me. Now this was from Kathleen Sunby, and it was really a standalone item. So all I did was just tie it onto the front. I could possibly hinge it on there if I wanted to, but I think I'll just tie it there. And then this was a broken book that I had, and I did a Nellie Workman style stitched piece, and then I glued it to the spine. Okay, so these again were hinged with the scrapbooking papers. So, but with this spine here, oh, creepy! Something just fell on the floor. With this spine here, they do open very nicely, even though the scrapbooking papers are quite stiff. So I'll just show you quickly how they are, what's in there. I won't go through who sent what, because we've been through, you know, you've seen all the, I have to repair that bit there, it did tear. I did put some of the cards in as well. So I really love how this turned out, and I really do thank Wendy from Wendy's Journal Adventures for her suggestion to hinge. Now, what you're going to see next after this is a different method of hinging, again, that came from Wendy. And I have seen that Tracy has done a video doing that method there, but I haven't watched it yet. So, so what I've done here is what I've learnt from Wendy. So these are the entries. But I felt like it works quite well. And I could put something there. I haven't put anything there. That's a bag. I could slip something in there that someone sent me. And that is the back of the journal. So really, really fun. And I haven't finished the other ones. I need to get onto it. But we might do a little bit on video. What it really is doing the sort of covers and stuff is quite a task. So, but they are going to be all slightly different, but I absolutely love that. I'll probably do another one like that. Okay, so what I have here, I have hinged quite a few of them already. This one's not quite as fat. I probably could hinge a few more, but I don't think I will. So I'll just show you what's in this one. But this is done with the fabric hinging that Wendy showed. And she was inspired by Sue from Shabby Soul, the wonderful Sue, who I'm totally in awe of. And this is super soft. This is really fabulous. This is working very well. How pretty is this? I think that's from, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think it's from Angela. It's her color, or is it from Sue? No, it's not from Sue. It's from Angela, I think. So pretty. It's just wonderful. But with this fabric hinging, it's very strong. And I just glued it with PVA. And we might do a video where I do glue some together, but it's very soft. Now I wonder how soft it will stay. So it really is great for these chunky pages and things, and they all get to stay together. They don't get something inserted inside. Now that has stuck. I'll have to unstick that one. It's just stuck to the, yeah, just stuck to the other fabric there. That's okay. But it's very soft. So see how chunky that was. So yeah, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I only have a vague idea. So first of all, I use this stuff here. I'll give my glue a shake because I'm going to need to use that. I use this stuff and I put it on the spine. So I only randomly measure it. I don't, you know, I don't do any snazzy measuring. So what I do is I just eyeball it and cut a piece off. I'm probably off screen, but you don't need to see me cutting. It's a very big piece, so it seems to last forever, which is good. Okay, get rid of that because it's in my way. Right. So I like it to be free. I don't need to iron it. And what I'll do is I'll just sort of bring it down there. And that is going to glue on there, but I've cut it way too wide. So what I'll do is, I was thinking about the other bit. I might sit down first of all, that will help. Now what I'm going to do here is just get this and trim it off again. So I probably only needed half. It's okay, I can keep the other half for another spine. That's not a problem. I mean, you always get the very bodgy crafter here. We're not into measuring properly. Life would probably be easier, but everything would take longer. And then I'd be annoyed if I weren't precise, because that's highly probable that I'm not going to be precise. Now, do I want that one or the other one? Maybe the other one, because I don't want it to overhang too much. Okay, I'm going to glue that there. So I might have to do this video in bits because it may not, I need to let it dry, I think. Or maybe not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is carefully, if I can, if that word exists in my vocabulary. So how is everybody today? Right. I think I think it's clogged. Oh no, it's not. Good. Seems to be flowing very well, so I've got to remember not to push too hard. So what I'm going to do is hold this like this, and I'm just going to put glue along the edges on here. Don't want too much because you don't want it to sort of go between the pages. Maybe along the edge there. Just sort of reinforces it, I think, and it gives it a nice look, in my opinion. That's just my opinion anyway. Okay, let's see how we go. So I'll have to jiggle it a little bit. There'll be a bit of jiggling going on. There's not a lot to, the only thing about this hinging is there's not a lot to glue it to. And with the other style of hinging, there's a bit more to glue to. I've got glue all over my hands. Okay, we'll just put that down a second, get the glue up. I did prepare a wet towel because I knew I'd be getting sticky. And what I might do is also just glue this down onto there. Don't want too much. Just put that on there. So push it in. And then I was thinking I need to cut a piece. I'm going to use this fabric, I think. And I'm going to, got quite a nice big piece of this. I need to measure it and I want it to be bigger. So I'm just going to, it's very bodgy. I think that's perfect. You see that width there is perfect. So actually I'll just cut that off. I don't want the selvage or all of the selvage. It's not tearing. I was going to tear it, but it won't tear. And I'm just going to cut it here. Don't you love that sound? I just love it. So at least, you know, I become accountable. If I do it on video, then at least I sit down and do it. Because if I go and do a video on something else, this really needs to be done, guys. You've all been waiting for me to do this. I can't tell you how many more I still need to do. But anyway, it makes me do it. And I might even keep the fabric longer than what I need. So I'm just going to trim it across there. Okay. And then I'm going to glue the fabric to here. So what I might do is I might actually put my glue on the fabric. I mean, it is the most random fly by the seat of your pants way of making a journal, I can tell you that. My pants are flying. Okay, so I'm just going to smush it about. You need a bit of glue. Make sure there's glue everywhere. I might have to add a bit more. The finger is faster than the brush. Okay, I don't think I might put another layer. Just a bit more. We're going to make sure we've got enough. I know it's going to seep through, but care factor is 0. Sound like my sister. When I say something and I annoy her, she says, care factor, 0. Oh, look at that. Get a wipe. Okay, we're in action. Now, which way is the up? That way. Okay, so then I'm going to glue it on here. Now, I want to make sure I get it on there properly. You're probably thinking, what is she doing? What is it that she's doing? So I really kind of need that to dry before I can go on any further. Good thing I started doing this morning, because I'll probably have to finish it this afternoon. Maybe I could do another one. Okay, let's see. We want it to stick. So maybe, oh, I've got to stop touching it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that aside, and I'll come back when it's dry. Just going to make sure it all sticks down. It should stick. Okay. I'm just going to stop touching it, and I'll come back and see how it is when it's dry. Okay, so I'll see you a little bit later. Bye. Afternoon, it's Rachel here, and I'm going to crack on with the video that I started yesterday. I'll be joining them together, so you'll see this straight away. But first of all, I know it's the middle of the video, but I purchased from Created by Catherine UK, one of her bag sets, and it just arrived, and so I wanted to show you what I got. So it's I haven't looked at it yet. It's tied up with this beautiful, it's kind of like a silk, I think, and I think Catherine's been naughty and sent extra things, but I'll link her channel below. Oh, lots of buttons in. Oh, cool. Oh, unreal banana peel. Those things. Eyelets. Thank you so much, Catherine. You didn't need to send all of that. Oh my goodness, fantastic. And buttons. I'm making a mess. Smells wonderful. Don't know what you guys do to make things smell so good. Okay, so these are bags, some brown paper bags, which are super cool. And here's a note. Okay. Oh, okay, so there are some digitals in here. Oh, these might be the digitals. Are they? They're lovely, those papers. Oh, I really do like those. Let me just read it properly. Of the eco dye he did. We are thinking of selling. Oh, okay. Cool. So these are some scanned eco dyes, I think, here. Oh, isn't that wonderful? That's made with all different papers. I love that. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. And then these are scanned eco dyes. They are fabulous, and they smell wonderful. Really, really, really nice. Nice papers. I like those. Cool. Very, very nice. And then there's some avocado dyed paper there. Yummy. And this beautiful trim goes with those lovely papers. Okay, so let's have a look what's in here. Oh, so this is what I purchased. Isn't that wonderful? And I think I get 2. Wonderful. Okay, and I watch Catherine's videos. She's lovely, lovely, lovely lady and lovely to listen to and very talented. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to slide that off. Very, very pretty silk. I like that. Beautiful. So it's a tag. It's a bag with it, and it's got tags. So isn't that pretty? There's some ephemera there. Now, one disclaimer. If I'm off screen, that's Stefano's fault. He came flying out of my room yesterday with my arm in hand, and I had a very violent reaction, a violent yelp, and the poor thing was shocked. He was almost brought to tears from my reaction, but I had to apologize, but I was just like, no, because sorry, I'm just checking out what I purchased. How beautiful are they, Catherine? These are wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Because you know, then it's a struggle to get myself. I said to him, it took me about a week to sort of get that in the right position after I moved my table, and now you've gone and moved it, and that's just a disaster for me. Little tuck there, and then some. I love the idea of putting in some paper in there like that. That's just wonderful. What a great idea, Catherine. That's fantastic. And then you just tied them together. Super, super, super cool. Super cool. Love that. And then here's the second one. Just trying to take the... I could untie it, but it'd probably take me even longer to untie it. You know what I'm like. Oh, isn't this pretty? Excuse me. Tangled. Oh, love that trim. Isn't that lovely? Very nice. Beautiful papers. And then we have a bit of ephemera in here. And then some more avocado dyed paper. Just wonderful. What a great idea. And then some more ephemera. Isn't that pretty? I love that paper. And then the back. Beautiful. And then here some more tea or coffee dyed paper. That's just wonderful. I'm so pleased I purchased those from you, Catherine. Thank you so much. And thank you for the extra papers. They are wonderful. When you guys can figure out the digi situation, you should definitely put those in your shop. They're a lot of fun to play with. A lot of fun. So thank you so much. And especially for these, they're great. I'll put those in my little box. And now we'll get on to my video. I just got to be careful where I put those because I've got my wet towel here ready to go because I'm going to be gluing. Okay, so let's flip this over. I'll just put that over there. And it's dry. I did come back and put in some more tacky glue because I didn't put enough PVA glue and it wasn't sticking as well. Now, I'm going to glue this book cover on here. So that PVA glue is a bit watered down, and I was wondering if that was what my problem was. So what I might do is just hop up and grab my pure glue. And I know I've got a brush somewhere. Where did it go? It was float. Oh, do you know what I've done? I put it away in the drawer. Just a second. Oh my goodness, and can I find it? I didn't put it in there. What did I do with it? There it is. You're probably saying, use the big one. I don't want to use the big one because I don't have to cover that much space. Right. So, help if you dip it in the glue. I'm just going to paint the glue on here, because we do want it to stick. Okay. Now, let me have a look here. And I don't want to glue it exactly on top of the page. I want to glue it just off. Now, I might not be able to finish this one even today because I need to let it dry. So that has to glue there. And then I'm just going to flip it over. Now, there will be an address there, and I don't want to show the address because it's not my address. There we go. Okay, so I've got that there. And then I need to do, where's my other piece? Here it is. I'm going to glue that one there, and I'm just kind of going to line it up. It's going to go there. So I don't need quite as much width painted on. Just make sure I've got enough. Put that over there. Now, that looks all right to me. Hold that there. And, oh, way too much glue. But what I can do is grab this. It's wet, or damp I should say, and I'm just going to wipe it off. Did I press play? Oh, I did press play. There you go. And I'm on screen there. So that needs to dry. Oh, that's quite a way off. But now that's quite a way off because this is a bulky envelope, this one. Okay, so what I need to do, I'm just going to carefully flip it over. Just close it so it doesn't dry out. And what I wanted to do was, I thought this would work really well because this is a very bulky one. I'm going to glue, I know that's got that there, but I'm actually going to glue that on here because I think that'll look really pretty on there. And I'm just wondering whether I'll take the sari silk off and tie it around the whole thing. Oh no, it's attached. Okay, so I won't do that, but I will use another sari silk. That's not a problem. Or I could just tie it on, but I think I'll attach it. I think I want to attach it because I can go ahead and do that, and then I'll have to leave it to dry, I think. Glue. Yes, I know that's wrapped around about. I will glue it all down. It's all going to be glued down. I'm just going to put the glue on this part where the pretty paper is. Sorry, pretty paper. Put glue under there and on there because I won't be unwrapping it. Okay, the colour runs a little bit because it's an inkjet printer, I think, but that's okay. I'm going to be able to see it. And I might, just for good measure, put a little bit of glue on here as well, just to make sure there's plenty. Okay, and we are going to attach that on there. That'll be fine. We'll let that dry. It needs to dry on both. And then I'm going to, on the inside, I'll see if I can lift this up carefully. On the inside here, I'm actually going to put a little, maybe not this fabric. Oh yeah, maybe this one. I'm actually going to glue that in there just to make sure it stays, but I'm not going to go all the way up there, obviously. I could put a little piece there. Maybe I could put little pieces like that, here, here, and here, just to make sure it stays down. And then I had, I'll show you, and we'll do it. Then I had this beautiful entry from Amy, and I liked her envelope, so I thought I'd stick that on there, and her entry's inside, and that's going to go on the inside cover. I haven't picked something for the back cover yet. Oh, I was also going to glue this on. I could do that now too. Why don't we do that? It just needs to go there, like that. So let's get some glue on here. Because I like that piece. So I thought, why not put it on something that I'm keeping? And get my glue everywhere. And probably will soak through to a little bit again and make it stick even further onto, I know you can't see, but I'm just painting down the very, very huge spine. And that's going to glue there. I need to come down a bit further. To there. So obviously if this was like for an order, I'd be much more pedantic, you know. Well, I'm not very pedantic, but I'd be better, I think, at putting it together. But it's going to be for me to pull out every so often. So I need to put some glue up there. It's just going to look pretty on the bookshelf. And you can kind of still see, I liked this choice because you can see the fabric through the, well, it's wet now, so it looks white, but you can see it through the lace. And I just want to carefully flip that over. Put some glue under there. I don't think I put any there. And with this soft spine, the hinging opens much better than if you put a stiff spine. And you saw that I did put a stiff spine on one of them, and it was quite tough, the opening of it all. That's going to be like that. Obviously, if it was something that's going to be traveling around with you, you might want to do a stronger sort of construction. But this is, as I said, is going to stay in the house. I'm going to look at it every so often, and so it's really just a gathering of all the wonderful things that you sent me. So there we go. So what I'll do is I'll let that dry, and I'll have to come back and do another part to the video so we can put our hinges inside, just to make sure that it all stays together, just to give it more support. And then we can put this on the inside cover, and we can tie it up, and then we'll see what it looks like. So I will be back in a couple of hours. Bye. Okay, so I'm back. I think it's been about an hour. It's feeling pretty dry to me. Why don't I just grab this, put that under it, just to, oh, it's quite, there we go, to hold it there. Now I wanted to get some of this. I don't think I'll have this one because that's an old linen. I'll just get some, this is what I like to use, some cotton. I'm going to get some tabs, but I might hear it. And just, it's a little bit damp. I'll make that one up there smaller. Okay. I'm going to put it on directly onto my fabric because I don't want to have too much excess floating around, because I will glue my book shut. It's going to be good. What you doing, Lou? Oh, I think she's got headphones on. Oh, I just put it in there, I think. I don't want to cover up that little, what is it, a bee or a fly? Or I think it's possibly a bee, but... Okay. Just cover it a tiny bit. There we go. It's just going to make it that little bit more sturdy. I'm just going to glue it on a tiny bit there. Okay. And then I'm going to get this. Okay. And I'm not doing this on screen because I don't want you to see the thing. Okay. So you can see the envelope. I don't know if you can see. I don't want to move my book. It's just peeking out. And I didn't want the other side of this envelope. Where is it? There. Now this has Amy's address on, so I don't want to show you that. Okay, and then we're going to get the glue. And I know I should have a bigger brush. Very windy outside. It's a rare occasion. Okay. that is going to go there, and I like that. Fun. Love it. Okay. There's plenty of glue on there, that'll be fine. And so then close this. Oh, I like the feel of it. It's really cool. Now, move that over here. I need to do the opposite side. It's a biggie. It's a biggie. Put that there, like so. And I want to put some tabs here. And I haven't decided what I need to go through my entries and see what I want to put in the back, but I'll do that, and I'll show you an update in the next video when I do one of these books. I'll put the shorter one in the middle. I need to find an entry that was thin for there, because this one's very bulky. It's got a lot of things in the envelope. This was from Louise. Okay. Okay, so my next job is, I'll just let that dry a second, and I'm just going to hop up and see what Sari's I have. Wondering if this one will be good. So not a very long video, but I just wanted to show you how things are going. Could put something on the back too if I wanted to, but I don't want to make it too bulky. Now that's quite fragile at the moment, but look at that, you see? I'll move this out of the way. This is going to be great. These will dry and secure it in place better, and it's just really going to open really, really, really nicely like that. And I've got that nice bulky one put on the front, and it's pretty, and it can untie and open. But I was just thinking I like the color of this. If I can, there's a little bit of that sort of color in there. I'm actually going to tie this around and hold it all together even better, and that will sit in my bookshelf nicely. There we go. So another one kind of semi-finished. I'll probably have a few pages where I can put where I got sent a tag or something like that in there, but I think I pretty much filled this one except for the last page. So that's that. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's a rather interesting way of making a journal. Obviously this is, it's going to be fine for my purposes, but if you were going to be carrying it around or it was going to be looked at every 5 seconds, probably, a more traditional binding would be better. But I think this will hold up pretty well for staying in my bookshelf and being looked at once or twice a year. So there we go. So that's that one, and I will see you again for the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.